What can we say instead of smash that like button?
Please don't say that.
Smash that like button. Like Gallagher with the watermelon.
I don't even know who
Nobody
that
even
is.
knows who Gallagher is anymore. God, I feel old.
Let me say something.
Okay.
Take your drink. Something that would mean the world to us is, we've been giving back to the community by putting on these videos of local businesses, and hopefully you're going to support them after you see our video. We'd super appreciate a like on our YouTube, a follow, a subscribe, whatever on each social media, whatever it is. We appreciate it, and it means a lot. So thank you guys.
And if there's anything that you would like to see on here, we're very open to suggestions.
For
so
sure.
please let us know. You can comment. You can reach out to us directly.
Yep.
So what we're going to be doing in some future videos to expand on this, because there's no way that we can cover everything in one video, is we're going to be getting a CPA in here to explain to us and to you what the tax advantages are from owning investment properties, multifamily, everything like that. It's fantastic to actually get that information instead of just trying to look it all up online.
Right. Hearing things from the tax side of things from a tax person.
Yep.
Totally different.
So between the lender, the CPA, and a real estate professional that specializes in investment properties, you have everything you need to start your investment and start to build your portfolio over time.
Right.
We're here to work the numbers with you. Like, even if you are years away from really being in a position to invest in real estate, we're here to work with you now, so at least you can start to plan what that means for you. So let's talk for a minute about the areas of opportunity.
Right.
We've got number one is going to be Bremerton. Number two is going to be Port Orchard. Right up there is Suquamish. Suquamish has some great cap rates, and they've got a lot of opportunity because the neighborhoods there have been really kind of changing quite a bit over time as there's been more community investment.
My mom bought her house in Suquamish, I think, 2002, and I grew up there, until I was about 16 years old, and I have watched Suquamish turn, in my head growing up there, I kind of pictured it darker, and as I go back now, it is such a bright, happening place, and you can really just feel that there's more of a community vibe there now.
Hansville is also an area of good opportunity.
Yeah.
Poulsbo has been discovered. There's still, you can get solid returns there. Poulsbo's been discovered.
Yeah.
Bainbridge is heavily discovered.
Yes.
I mean, this is more of a community where if you're going to invest, you might actually buy a single family home as a long-term buy and hold, rent it out in the meantime to cover a lot of your costs, and then just plan on reselling it at a later date. You want to get a property that is as simple as possible. And the way that my grandpa always put it is 4 walls and a roof and as many doors as possible.
Makes sense.
And when he said doors, he meant rentable units, not actual doors.
Absolutely.
Actual doors wouldn't make a lot of sense.
Right.
So.
7 doors on a 3-bedroom house.
Exactly. If you're going to fall in love with a home, you better be living in it. You don't want to be investing in it. Because emotionally, you want to separate yourself from your investment. It's going to help you make better decisions over time.
Yep.
You also want a very easy to maintain yard.
Right.
That's very simple because, I've worked with clients that found a great multifamily property, but it was on like 5 acres.
Totally.
And if you've ever tried to maintain 5 manicured acres, that is a lot of resources that you pump into that, or a lot of your own time. If you really want to maximize your first investment, it's very different if you have a massive portfolio and you're looking to be specific about, I'm going to be more on the conservative side, I'm going to be more on the risky side, but a lower risk approach that's high effort, but also potentially high reward is doing forced appreciation. I actually had an example of this on Bainbridge. So I ended up with a really high cap rate on Bainbridge. It had to do with when I bought, in spite of the fact that this community is one with historically low cap rates. I found a place that needed a ton of work. I mean, flooring. It needed new fixtures. It needed new countertops. And that's something where I could have paid somebody to do that work, but I did it myself over a period of like 3 months. So what happened was the rental rates, when I went to go rent it again, was really high. So I basically paid market price for this property in light of what the cap rate was. But I ended up forcing a bunch of appreciation and ended up at roughly an 11% cap rate, which is really, really high. I mean, when times are bad, you can move into your investment.
Right.
And it always holds inherent value.
Absolutely.
You've got physical materials and you own the land. That's always worth something.
Yeah.
It's a big safety net that you have for yourself for the things that you don't necessarily plan on happening in your life.
Right.
There are many examples of how people have actually ended up in their investment properties, but that was something important I learned from him. And I actually called him when I ended up in my duplex. And I reminded him that he had told me that. Of course, at that point, he's like in his 80s. And he's like, what did I tell you again? I'm like, oh, come on. This was a big one. You should remember this, you know? So to circle back, we will have more videos like this.
Right.
And we'll continue to explore the nuances of picking great investment properties, including having some local professionals on that can help you as well.
Absolutely.
What I am excited about.
What are you excited about?
We get to play with dogs in a couple of days.
Yes, this is true. We have a video coming out in a couple days. We're going to be interviewing the owners of the Northwest Dog in downtown Paulsville. There's also a photo studio inside for puppies, which is like really cool. If you know me at all, that's really exciting for me. So stay tuned.